50 years from now, I'm likely to be 100 and something years, about 110. So I'm not likely to be around. But going by, because 50 years is a long time, a lot of technology, many things will happen. For example, maybe newspapers will disappear. Eh? There's a possibility newspapers will disappear. There's a possibility radio will not be the radio. So I don't want to speculate. But the principles of proper journalism cannot change. It is people who are thinking that technology should make them drop ethics. The ethics and the principles will remain the same. How you use or misuse them is what is going to change. You see, you people, you are going to cause yourself problems. There are two things here which you must address when you are talking about brown envelopes. When you go to cover an official function on invitation of the PRO of that function, and you are given a brown envelope, are you not happy to receive it? You are happy. Were you not invited to cover exactly what they have done there? That's what they invited you for. Now, if at all you feel guilty about not doing your work after getting a brown envelope from a PRO who invited you to an official function, then you have only yourself to blame. On the other hand, if you go to a place and you discover that the whole place is bogus, they are not doing what they are supposed to do, and then you get an envelope, either to write a lie or not to write anything, then you still have yourself to blame. Most of the stories from which journalists in Uganda are making ends meet are PR stories. Until you tell me that the PR was wrong, I cannot blame a person who was given some money by the PR of that place to do a story nicely. You see what I mean? So for me, I think when you are paid to do wrong is what we must now address. But if in addition to the little money your employer gives you, the PRO of a certain bank whose dinner dance you attended gives you another envelope, I don't see the problem with that. Unless he has also said, you write that we are the best bank in the world, because that's another thing. But you attended a function, an official function, at the end of which you got some facilitation over and above what you get at your workplace. In hotels, it is called a tip. What's the problem with that? Unless you people want to feel like criminals all the time. A bribe and a tip are different things. Okay? What else do you want to know? No, there's running after sources, that is blackmail. There are laws governing that. Once you start harassing a person over news that if you don't do it to kwabya, that is blackmail. I don't know, there's a section in the penal code, you find it. Blackmail is a criminal offense. It has nothing to do with journalism even. It is only you abusing journalism by securing the advantage of being a news gatherer, and instead of publishing the news, you are threatening people with it. That is blackmail and extortion. There are laws governing that. Even you, they don't interfere once you are arrested. You are a blackmailer, not a journalist. Finished. For me, I don't remember sexual harassment. These days, you have a human rights industry in this country which is disturbing you. All the hardships we are going through at our places of work are part of the process. But some of you, instead of performing well, you want to start issues of harassment. I know they are. When I was a young reporter, you know, we would have, the biggest daily newspaper would have about 12 pages. 12. That's a big newspaper. Most newspapers were 6 to 8 pages. Now, if in those 8 pages your story is to find space there, you might find that you may have to tip the desk editor, you the reporter. You may have to tip the desk editor something if the desk editor is not the one who sent you. Because you have only 8 pages. 8 pages, you are covering the whole nation in 8 pages. So to get space in that newspaper or outlet is not easy. Now, in the case of girls, many girls got smart, and would they themselves entice the editors into some other arrangement which I don't want to elaborate. You know that, but you understand me. Now, we never called that harassment. Today, let me tell you, with due respect to people who might have fallen a victim in the newsrooms, I don't dispute with that. I think most of the women journalists complaining about harassment are non-performers. Because I don't see how you have brought your work and you are still having a discussion with the editor in the dark. How? Eh? Just do your work, you will see what happens. But once you want to advance your interest in a different way. When I was acting manager at UBC, I used to see foolish girls coming to, then she sits across. I used to have an office where someone, then they sit and begin dancing with their legs like empty heads, trying to make you now begin thinking of her rather than. So most of the sexual harassment stories are from non-performers. Secondly, I want to warn all women journalists to accept the fact that being adults, some of their supervisors might admire them. That is a historic, I mean, it's a material fact. How that person advances his interests is another matter. But the possibility that the editor may say, let's not blow things out of proportion. But when it comes to real harassment, please take action. But don't converse about it. Because what I see mostly is a conversation, our harassment, that they touched me here. Really?